Hi guys, here today with the 2023 Toyota Prius Prime, and I wanted to do a video explaining what the different buttons and where they are, because some are actually located in some not so obvious locations. So I wanted to kind of go through what each one does, what the functions are, and kind of explain them a little bit. So basically starting, we have, and I've turned the car on and turned CarPlay off so the video doesn't get cut off. But you have the auto headlight feature. So what this does is when this is turned on, as you can see, so you can see that, it will actually auto adjust the high beams, the auto high beams. And that corresponds to the lights on the stalk here. So you have, as you can see, you have the different positions: off, daytime running lights, parking lights, and you have full headlights here. That's on your signal, as you can see, the signal control stalk. Your second one, and I'm going to turn that off, see, it will go off. Second one is the heated windshield. So that will assist with your defrost, and that will basically remove ice from the windshield. So that's a nice little feature. And complementing that is the heated steering wheel. Now, one of the things in the SE trim is they don't have heated seats, but go figure, they do have a heating steering wheel. So you can tell it's invoked, but if you toggle it, it will turn amber, as will these other buttons that you see here. Right? Okay. One thing to note is that when you turn the car off, these are automatically turned on. So coming down here, you have your fuel door. So if you press that, the fuel door will open on the side of the car. So that will open up. I'll show you. So it's opened up here. Close that. Okay, so coming back, you also have, this is also a very interesting one. You have your AC outlet. So I've actually turned it on, but if you, it will toggle on and off. But if you want to, there's two 110 plug-in power outlets in the car. So if you want to turn these guys on, you have to make sure this button's pushed. And I'll show you where the, very quickly, I'll show you where those two outlets are. So one, get back here. One is back here, as you can see. There's in the back seats, in between the two back seats, there's one back here, as you can see, next to the two USB-C ports that are in the back of the car. And the second is right over here in the back seat area. So this little clip, you just pull that up, and you're, so again, if that button's on, you can turn those on. Okay, so you have your traditional child safety locks, mirror controls here. Okay, so now coming to what I think is let's get to it here, a little less obvious, is the adjustment for the instrument cluster. So this guy, this will make your instrument cluster brighter, less bright, and more so. And this will, if you toggle, this will go through your odometer, your trip A and B, and I guess there's like a maintenance interval. All right, so I just put that back on. So that's done as I showed, to show you. If I can get back there, that is done. That is located behind the steering wheel right here. You guys can see that. Okay. So coming onto the steering wheel, and I'm going to close the door. So this is where a decent amount of controls are found on the steering wheel. So if you click on this guy, this will actually invoke your menus on the instrument cluster. So if I go down, so if I press that and then I use these buttons, I can navigate down through the different menus and choices. And if I go over to, if I hit over to the right, that will navigate to the right. The OK button is like your enter button that will say, that will confirm it. This button here is your phone. So if you want to make a phone call, right now there's no Bluetooth device. I've turned on Bluetooth. I've turned off Bluetooth and Wi-Fi just to keep it from interfering in the video. But if I press this and you have your phone connected, it will actually allow you to make a phone call. This is your volume up and down button. Okay. And this button down here, if I press on this, this is if you have connected services. Please give me the weather for today.
Vehicle is up to date.
Let's try that again. Please give me the weather for today.
Here is the weather for Fire Island, New York on Sunday, November 17th. Sunny to partly cloudy and breezy with the temperature approaching the record of 66 set in 2006. Excessive dry weather will result in a high fire threat.
And as you can see, so this is the intelligent assistant. You would need the connected services subscription, or I believe it's called the there's the Go Anywhere. There's the two different types. There's the music subscription, and I have the Go Anywhere, which includes the remote access, the remote services, and the connected services. They're bundled together. So with that, what's nice is this also, having a connected services subscription gives you the traffic jam assist, which segues nicely into my next button over here, which would be the this is the dynamic radar cruise control. So when you invoke this guy, this will invoke the cruise control, and if you're below 25 miles per hour and you have a connected services subscription, this will turn into traffic jam assist, which is kind of cool. So it will actually brake and accelerate the car while you're in heavy traffic. This is your lane tracing assist. So this uses the radar sensors to trace the lanes. Over on this side, if you guys can hopefully see okay, if this cooperates, this guy over here, let me see if I can come in, try to get the sun out of the way. So this is to raise and lower the speed on the dynamic radar cruise control. So what this will do, this will allow you to increase the speed and decrease the speed, as well as cancel it. You have your modes. So that gives you the different modes. There's adaptive cruise control mode. There's you can toggle between adaptive cruise control mode and standard cruise control mode. I personally like adaptive cruise control because it adjusts your speed with the traffic conditions. And this button toggles the distance between you and the car in front of you. So when you press this, if I do it, and again, I think it will only work. This button will only work when dynamic radar cruise control is activated. So those buttons. This button is more toggles through your music and your menus over. Let's see, over here. So let's see. I think this is a toggle, and this actually adjusts, this is the modes. So this will adjust your modes for music, for the different music options you have. So that's that. One of the other nice things about the Prius Prime, you have an audio button over here, as well as the one that I showed you before over here. You also have manual controls for your climate. So your defrost, your front regular window defrost is here, rear is here, so you can turn those guys on. They will toggle, it will adjust to the temperature. You can increase, decrease the temperature, increase your fan, Toggle those on or off, and you can also adjust whether you want recirculated air or outside air, and of course if you want AC, you toggle that on and off. So I think the trick is if you're using if you're using the AC, I think it automatically, let's see if this works. I think if you use the AC, well, I guess it didn't do it. It should go to, you want to use the recirculated air, especially on a hot day. And of course, if you want to turn this off, you just hit off. That's it. So down here you have a USB-C, regular connectivity USB-C, and then you have a charging port USB-C, coupled with an old school plug-in. I call it the cigarette lighter adapter. It's like, I forget what the term is, but you have, that's another power capable, that also gives power, in addition to the 2 power outlets that I showed you. So on the console here, obviously you have your shifter, so you can toggle between your different drive modes. So you have 3 standard drive modes. You have I usually use Eco, but you have Sport, Normal, and Eco, and of course you can make your own custom one if you want. So I'm just going to toggle that. So again, that's just by toggling this button up and down. There's a parking brake, which you can invoke. There is your different modes. So auto, most of the time it's probably more efficient to do auto, so you can set the car to auto, and as you can see up here, it's toggling it on and off. The button down here, you can do HV mode, hybrid vehicle mode, EV mode, or if you hold it, it will go into what's called charge mode, and that basically will charge the car. Oh, it just kicked in the engine, so that will actually start charging the battery with the regular hybrid engine. So I'm just going to kick that back off. You can turn off traction control. So yeah, I'll toggle it. It toggles on and off by pressing this button. You can put the car into what's called hold mode. So when you're in traffic, if you're at a drive-in window, it will brake for you automatically, and you know, so your foot's not getting tired hitting the brake constantly. And again, of course, you have your shifter. So you put your foot on the brake, and then you shift up and then down, and then and I believe it's over for neutral. Let's see. Okay, so we got there and neutral. There we go. I got it. Okay, and then of course down for drive. And I'm going to put it, and to put it back in park, you just hit the P button. So that's basically it, guys. So those are the main features. Of course, you can toggle through, and like I said, these buttons you can get through. There's a lot of information menus that you can navigate through. But like I said, I wanted to kind of show you the controls on how to get through and do all of the different functions the car has to offer. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay safe. Thank you again.